line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals, and I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
We are the place where the toughest drivers will come to race from far and wide. But just who are we? We are the Pit Stall Racing Series.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Redline Motorsports Media can help you fulfill all of your motorsports industry photography and videography needs. Contact Redline Motorsports Media, where everything we do is driven by you.
Well, it is the Lady in Black's turn to dance with our drivers. Pedal to the Metal Race League about to have at it in the Gen 6 Cup Series in Darlington, South Carolina's Darlington Raceway. Hi everyone, I am the Crusader Chris Try, join you guys. Michael Bollinger with me on the call. Hey, ho, drivers right now getting ready to go and set for this one. But Michael, it is truly the one they call too tough to tame for a reason.
And yes, it is. Because if you count how turn 1 is a little bit tighter than turns 3 and 4, this kind of reminds me of an egg-shaped track, where on top end of the egg it's a tighter round, then on the bottom egg it's a more widened. This is kind of what this track reminds me of. This is why they also call it too tough to tame, because of the different bankings in the turns.
Well, we'll find out who can figure this out in the FEGCustomPC.com 80 here as we're ready to roll them out here on the pole. Starting for our ButtKicker lineup, it is William Ridgway in the 39, the outside, and the 95 is Robert Warrens.
Row number 2 will be the 94 of Robert Reynolds and the 21 of the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn.
Row number 3, pilots the 28 there, Robert Hisson on the outside. In the 90, it's Dennis Warrens.
Row number 4 will be the 7 of Sean Burke and the 4 of Peyton Johnson.
Row number 5 is Bobby Anderson piloting the 18, the outside, and the 46 is Dalton McKinney.
Row number 6 will be the 98 of Sean Long and the 00 of Chris Littrell.
Row number 7 is piloted by the 76 Mike Rao, the outside, the throttle, Chantel Bottle.
Row number 8 will be the 45, will be the 99 of Volley Bab and the 45 of Michael Prince.
Row 9 is Corey Stahl in the 633, and the outside in the number 10, that is going to be Jason Henry.
Row number 10 will be the 80. Will be the 51 of Jeffrey Vickery and the 84 of Matthew Hofford.
Row 11 is Thomas Ridgway in the 03, the outside, in the number 3, Jeffrey Ratke.
And rounding out your field in row number 12 will be the Old Oak, Jeffrey Oaks in the 20 and the 61 of Chris Susher. Well, race fans, it's that time. Lights are off on the Chevy Silverado Pace Truck. Fans are on their feet. They're excited. I'm ready to get this one going too. Fans, let's get on your feet. Let's make some noise for your favorite driver as you're getting ready to exit turn 4 and onto the straightaway. Race fans, let's get ready to go racing as we are headed into the FEG Custom PC Research Zone, and let's get this FEG Custom PC 80 underway as these pedals go down to the middle.
Well, at this point, I think there are 3 absolutes life. Def Taxes and Jeffrey Vickery not figuring out how to get out of pit road. And there is trouble early on. Peyton Johnson, number 4, getting a little bit out of shape there in turn 1 and 2. No caution, though. They stay green as they now try to maneuver through the field.
Well, at least he was able to keep it under control and pretty much almost save it.
Take a look at your ButtKicker instant replay here. See what the heck happened to the number 4 there. I think he got a little clip there from the 7. Came out around to save it. Actually got it squared back up. Didn't fully spin it out. Crashed. Everyone else was trying to avoid it, but they were at least able to stay on the green, so they will continue to race on. Just a minor hiccup and a minor blimp, but a big slowdown nevertheless.
Big slowdown. Getting those tires a little flat spotted early. But would you rather have flat spotted tires or have a damaged race car this early?
Well, if I had to say honestly, I probably would rather have just spun a little bit more of the damaged race car, because at least the tires, you can work from that later on. Because again, here in Darlington, you're eventually going to go up to that wall and have a little kiss with the lady in black. But for this kind of turning, this kind of racing ordeal, William Ridgway making his jump early, trying to make a good shootout here as the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn immediately moves his way into position 2.
Well, with running up against the wall, it's going to take discipline as well. That way you don't get up too close to the wall and have a bad exit or a bad entry to the wall and risk spinning out other guys in this field as well.
Well, you saw earlier on too, a lot of drivers just getting a little too antsy there and almost smacking themselves out of proportion there. Peyton Johnson with a good save he made there, but thankfully for him, he'll have a stage break to kind of catch his breath, kind of catch himself back off guard. But for guys like Sean Burke right now, who just got into that whole mess, now they realize they're going to have to be a little bit more self-aware and more under control in terms of where the deal is and where their momentum is going to be carried to. But driving-wise here, again, you've got to just continuously nail down each corner, try to stay off the wall, but again, at the same time, you got to try to ride as close as you can to that wall to get the most amount of speed, the most amount of power. So a lot of drivers, again, kind of find like the way to save the tires and then go from there, but the track definitely teaches you one thing, and that is you need speed, but eventually you're going to have a little kiss with that wall up there. There's a reason why there's black streaks there.
And yes, we will, as we do have Ridgway starting to pull away just a little bit, but we do have the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn sneaking up right behind him like a snake, like a rattlesnake would like sneak up on its prey, strike on the prey.
The Celeratus number 90 at Dennis Warren's right now, doing a little bit of a change-up job here. No longer the D-Dub Bud Box machine. Although I really do not know how I feel about this white paint scheme he's got going on. This is definitely a little bit of a different look, I will say. I hope he's okay with it, but I don't know. I'm so used to seeing him in the old purple and the pink and the old darker purple cars, so this is a bit of a look for me.
Different look for me as well.
A little trouble off turn number 2. The Ross Chantal Bottle on the 5, getting a little too tight, widens it out, and then shuts her way back in. Wally Babb in the 99, trouble for him and his crew. No caution out, though, as the caution now comes out. Cop caution's out now, and that was by iRacing, not the admins here. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened.
From what I saw, as I switched over to that camera, I just saw him spinning like he maybe got loose off a point of exit. I just save it, then smacked the wall as a result.
Yeah, it looked like he smacked the wall and went right down onto somebody there. So one more look at it here. Full on spin. Looked like he might have caught McKinney here, right off corner number 2. Drove it up wide. Yeah, he got on the wall there. That was the hit. And the Twisted T goes for a twisted spin. Not exactly what he wanted to see there, not exactly what he wanted to do, but that's pretty much how the level will play out sometimes.
Yes, it will.
So the instant replay now presented by Lightning Wrapz here, and it's currently the officials just kind of reviewing everything over as they go. You can just see how tight some of these corners are too, man. You can see right here with Bottle, she had got into the wall there. That Babb got into the wall, kind of clipped up there. Not a whole lot of room there, unfortunately. Just nasty little situation there coming off turn number 2. Here on lap number 7, that is.
I wish there was a way we could actually get an aerial shot of this track where the racefans at home could see what we're talking about, by how difficult this track can be at times.
Well, I mean, we get a little we want to get a little track tech talk. I definitely got you covered there, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your track tech talk presented by Lightning Wrapz here. This is what Michael Bollinger was talking about earlier. A mile and a third length here for the track size, but this is where he was talking the egg shape. Corner 1 and 2, wide in the corners, but again, tight on the outside ridge. So watch for a lot of drivers to be trying to maneuver through and trying to gap up where they can. But again, 3 and 4, a little bit more room to pass on, but you're slowing down so much and braking so much harder. It really hinders the car and has to really test the driver's braking mobility.
And yes, you do. And that's why they call it the track too tough to tame, for that reason right there, race fans.
Wybab is now getting out onto the track here. He will get the EOL. We're currently just waiting for the officials to give us a cue to get him taken care of here. So if you do see my instant replay screen or the technical difficulty screen come up, well, then you probably know what we're up to down here. But yep, that's our rule of thumb. We were told by the officials, do not show any of that stuff and do not let them in on what we're up to. So.
Your race fans, who's ready to send them down yet again? Lights are off on the pace car. Field is ready to go. It's going to be Ridgway, Kahn, Warrens, Reynolds, and Dennis Warren. Your top 5 rounding out your field. As the Chevy Silverado pace truck pulls down the pit lane, fans are back on their feet. As we are back underway, as we are now back into the FE Custom PC restart zone. Let's put some pedals to the metal yet again.
750 horsepower package these drivers are driving with today here. Stage brake going to be parked up there on lap number 40 today.
40.
So, yep, 40. So instead of 30 like usually you see with 80, they're going to be on lap 40. I think what that's going to really do is it's going to really give the drivers a little bit more of an edge on trying to use up less of the equipment and more of the speeds. But it also could be a bit of a detrimental spot there, because that can also really play out a lot of strategies that they're not used to and having to go for a shorter run rather than their longer runs.
Yes, it could.
Look at the throttle rhythm of some of these drivers, man. Like some of them, they are so tight on the corners and tight on the speeds. They are trying so desperately not to let them get too quicker on the gas pedal until they need to absolutely get straightened out. But again, we got 750 horsepower to work with. You have to be very set and settled subtle on the corners, because again, this track, it's just gonna bite you and eat you up more than you really can even decipher here.
Right now we have right now we have a battle between Pottle and Oaks, and Oaks has trouble exiting turns 2. It almost spins it, but he saves it.
Well, I see a little smoke coming off here. Looks like that might be Michael Prince there in the 485. Looks like he had a little trouble, the OnlyFans machine. Looks like he did not quite get himself into the same place he was looking for there off turn number 4, and that cost him there. Looks like some troubles down there for the throttle shift up bottle as well. Drivers just all over the place here. This track is eating away at a lot of them right now.
And we just had a car in the wall off 3 and 4, off 1 and 2. The Mountain Dew machine was just in the wall.
That's Matthew Hoffer. He's still in the wall there.
I think he's trying to pull a Hell Melon, but these drivers should know that's not allowed at the tracks anymore.
That's not allowed in general in this league, and they said even point blank, so that's already out of their world, so they can't even bother trying to play that game with us. Besides, the only time I've actually seen it somewhat work was when Kyle Larson tried to pull it off here against Denny Hamlin, and that didn't exactly get him very far.
No, it didn't. It's only ever been done once in history that I've seen on iRacing after it happened in real life.
It wasn't for a win either, by the way. Tony Westcott saying good luck, drivers. Tony, good to hear from you. Good sir. Great to see you back here on the track with us, my friend.
Oh, 28 has trouble. 28 in the wall. That's a 28 above at his song. He's in the wall, but we stay green. He has a little bit of rear end damage. He's having trouble getting it back going again, but he does, as we stay green, but he does fall back a lot.
Take a look at the replay real quick here, and yeah, he got on the wall coming on turn number 2. Try to save it, goes down the inside there away from the driver, so they stay green for it. I bet they're appreciative of at least keeping the track clear out of that way, but unfortunately in his mind, he's probably also in a little bit of a pickle knowing now he's gonna lost a lot of pace and speed here. We didn't say this was gonna be for the faint of heart, and these drivers knew it. When they signed up and they saw the lady in black on the schedule, oh boy, they knew they were in for a rough time and a fight for their survival.
Fight for the survival. If you saw the race last season at the trucks, you saw how bad it was. Try with the bigger engine in a car instead of a truck.
Well, we've never even been to Darlington before, though. That's the thing. Well, this is the very first time Pedal to the Metal Racing on iRacing has ever visited Darlington. I've raced this track in the trucks on NASCAR Heat 4 where they were running it there. At least the top 5 out of that one. But I tell you, when I was racing it, the one thing I noticed was you had to be careful about your corners, your exits, and your entries more than anything else, because again, one wrong slip up and you were going right in that wall, and I was only driving a 550 horsepower package machine. These things, again, like you said, you're going full on wall to the wall with them in a 750 horsepower package machine, trying to control every little bit of speed and extra give you're giving onto them.
A little extra speed, different body style, and everything, race fans.
Jeffrey Vickery now making a little bit of a comeback trail here. The number 51 moving it right up ahead here on the number 10. Jason Henry staying back on low here. Folks, oh! Well, that was what we were worried about, and that's now in trouble there. Jeff Oaks, the 20, slap dash in the middle of the parkway, and a whole lot of drivers getting into this one. Oh, my.
We have Oaks, the 03, both involved in that. The 03 of Thomas Ridgway and the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks both involved.
And Sean Burke was the one that initiated that hit there and got the 20. And yeah, right there, 0-3 of Thomas Ridgway. Man, tough break there for him. That was a nasty hit, unfortunately. Sean Burke just came off that corner and just literally smacked the wall right up, and that was what gave in.
Race fans, second caution of the day. Just close, halfway to the midway point in this race and midway to our stage break here at lap 40, as we're on lap 22.
One more look at it here. You can see Yuppo's catching up quick to Burke. Burke trying to brake to get the car to settle down. Smack that wall anyway, though, and yeah, right there, that was all it took. And then you can see the damage left behind. Oh! Thomas Ridgway, man, oh my, he got rammed out of that one. Lap 21.
I know it's gonna take a while to get it when the track will transition over to the middle and the lower line being the lines to run, because I know that does happen at the Lady in Black where the track used to have to tame a lot.
Yeah, Schomburg right now probably not a happy camper. They know he's going to have to take an EO off for that one. But again, the rules state you get in another driver like that, and something like that happens, you got to say the consequences. You know, I saw earlier Wally Babb trying to make a move off, trying to deal his damage up there. The 28 Robert Hissong, he's currently fixing up every bit of equipment he can. He's just trying to get in there and out. Burke as well, waiting patiently here. Race fans, when we come back, there is more to see here on Pete's Race TV. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back after a quick commercial message. Pedal to Metal Racing League Season 11 has been brought to you in part by our friends at the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance for feeling real tracks in the virtual world. The ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By the Pit Stall Racing Series. With exciting action Mondays and Thursday nights, this is the best place to get your thrills at. By SimPanel. Making it real. By Threat Level Midnight Media. Media that's dynamite is Threat Level Midnight. By Gainz Fitness Inc. By FEGCustomPC.com, the only place to get the best PC specs and design done up your way. Visit us up at FEGCustomPC.com to learn more. By Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz is looking to bring you the best designs in your livery. By Redline Motorsports Media, everything we do is driven by you. Welcome back here, race fans. Guess we're getting back to the green here. We are back underway once more to the FEG Custom PC 80 here. We roll them off back to the green. Hey, Michael, look at this. Justin Reynolds right out of the gate. The 94, better start than we've seen him earlier already. And he's already now trying to make a move off there to William Ridgeway.
Indeed, indeed he is. But Ridgeway probably gonna, as we've been seeing a lot late today in a lot of these races, with these Gen 6s, they can block really good, so he can easily go down, make the block, and get the speed off of him if he wanted to. But he can't get too aggressive in the blocking, well, that could cause a mess again, getting too aggressive in the blocking.
Well, if you try to play it like what Burke did earlier, oh, or even like what the 5 just went through there in front of Bobby Anderson, you're going to end up getting yourself more into a mess than it is. So really, it's all about obstacles and what the driver can see versus what they feel. Opportunities don't come easily, so you got to kind of make your moves quick and make your jumps as best you can. A lot of time and opportunities does it take to get yourself self-centered and more under control. As Dalton McKinney going to go a lap or so down, try to go into pit road.
The Gatorade Zero machine in the wall.
Said which one?
The Gatorade Zero.
The Gatorade Zero? You mean the double?
Yeah. Off the wall. He was off the one too.
Oh, Justin Reynolds.
He was off the one too.
Yeah, he was running up there quick for the second spot there and smashed himself up pretty good. That car is absolutely tore down to shreds, and right now every driver just making their advantages well known. In fact, situated out. William Ridgeway here just trying to stay ahead of the contention here. Peyton Johnson, after his little skirmish earlier, seems to be finally now putting it back together here. The number 4 coming up quickly to the field.
And right now we have a battle between Pottle and Oaks.
Whoa!
We did before Oaks was in the wall.
Well, that's saying Robert Warren's got on the wall there out turn 2 there, Michael. And right now Jeffrey Racky looking to capitalize on it. Racky.
And we do. Go ahead.
As I say, Racky going side by side through 3 and 4. Big battle off. Robert not wanting to give it up to him.
And down the back straightaway, we did have the 45 spinning, and the caution is out. Caution is out. As I was saying, the 45 was spinning, but he was able to keep under control and keep us green. But now the caution is out yet again.
So the 45?
He was off 1 and 2, but he saved it. He was about to and he saved it, but then the caution came out for something.
Off the wall there from turn 2. Good save there. So look here, caution's out now, looks like. I'm not sure where the caution came from there. I mean, if it's on the 45, and yeah, I would say that was maybe a little bit early on the caution if you ask me, but
And it looks like we have Oaks staying out, the double O, the Ridgeway staying out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Thanks, fans. We'll be right back after a quick commercial message here.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey, while I search high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Redline Motorsports Media can help you fulfill all of your motorsports industry photography and videography needs. Contact Redline Motorsports Media, where everything we do is driven by you.
We are the place where the toughest drivers will come to race from far and wide. But just who are we? We are the Pit Stall Racing Series.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Alright, race fans, welcome back here live on the show. So, miscommunication there on our end. It was not lap 40, that is the competition caution. It was lap 30, so apologies there on our end there. We have completely messed up on that end side of things. But nevertheless, feel the driver's now ready to roll him back onto the start line here. Sean Burke now will be a race leader here, and Robert Warrens looks to try to set the tone with him too. Every driver right now just looking on at their damage on their cars, the tire wear, and the fuel that they're getting upset with here. This is now the long run they were expecting and honestly going for.
Indeed they were, Christian. As race fans, you ready to send them down green yet again? As the fans are getting back on their feet, we have, I think I see one fan waving his shirt around for his favorite driver down in the stands. But anyway, the pace truck down back pit lane, and we are back underway in the FEG Custom PC80 as the pedals go back to the metal.
Well, rolling right off from turn number 4. Sean Burke, number 7. Whoa, getting a little bit tight off there now, loosened up a bit. But man, Robert Kahn, Jeff Radke probably holding their breath a little bit from that one, knowing how quick and how close that can get. You just can't make mistakes like that and expect that to be your end goal. A lot of control and stipulations here. That's what really sets these drivers from apart from one another.
Yes, there is. And Robert Warrens took the lead early in lap 1 as well. Race fans, if you guys didn't weren't paying attention to all that. But we do have a battle for the lead going on between Robert Warrens and Peyton Johnson right now for the lead.
Peyton Johnson right now look like he's going to try to keep his cool and try to keep him level-headed here. There's obviously a lot that can go wrong here and a lot that he's trying to stay away from. And I think at this point, that's kind of what he doesn't want to end up finding himself in or in between with. So he's just trying to control every little bit of the car and every little bit of momentum he can carry with it.
Right now, Peyton Johnson is in the lead after a little bit of issues in turn 4 for Robert Warren.
Right now, battle off here as Corey Stahl tries to make his jump on the inside here. Chris Husser having a little bit of a problem down there in the 61, trying to refire and get it squared up again with the field, but it looks like at this point he could be in for some trouble as Corey Stahl now way too hard off turn number 4 and tightens up and almost catches himself into a massive nonsensical situation. He's able to get out of it though, and now they continue to battle off. It's Bobby Anderson now joining into the fray. I think right at this point now here, Michael, I think this is now a turn of events here, a turn of the corner. This is now where the drivers start to kind of really dictate that pace and really start to kind of watch their angles and watch their stuff. And I think they kind of really need to here. They just need to be a little bit more on the under control side, not trying to just ramp the car up and go as heavy as they can. For those that can control it can do it, they literally are always right on the edge of it, but it's still a very dangerous run in the line to use, considering how hard it is just to hold a car down on this track. So for those that can figure out and nail it down perfectly, feel free to do so, but in my opinion it's a lot worse than it looks here.
Indeed it does.
By the way, Tony Westcott says their count for the wall hits. I said I lost. He said I lost count. I said you would think though in the comments section. Yep, that is me that was talking to him there.
I kind of lost count too. Let's just say as of right now, there's been 2 meter count for wall hits off point of exit.
Well, I mean at this point, the way this is going, you could probably make a whole game out of this, and that'd probably be what we end up with. Well, currently halfway done with this race here, and now Robert Hissong, after his little escapades into the wall, if you will, seems to have now kind of dished out his little troublesome incidents there, and now seems to be back under control. But every driver currently looking through the depths and looking through the speeds, they all want to try to maneuver through as much as they can, trying to hang in there. But at this point, unless you're Peyton Johnson, that's pretty much the driver you're all trying to hunt down, trying to take down in this place here.
Yeah, it is. We have Robert Kahn catching up to him lap by lap, catching up to him. Likely we'll see a pass here within the next 4 or 5 laps from now, maybe less, for the lead.
So far in this season, by the way, race fans, not a single new winner has come. We have a single new winner each time out. Sean Burke getting one of them. That was his first one there in Talladega. Jeffrey Vickery, Lane one there as well. Robert Warren's, William Ridgway, they all have a stake in the winner's circle, but there is a who's who of drivers that have not done it yet. And if I had to even bet anything, really, guys, I mean, you want to talk about competitive leagues, I don't think Pedal Metal Racing League could be any less competitive than the other leagues out there. And tracks and designs and everything they come up with, I always love the fact that they change it up and just add some new things in there. And with this Gen 6 Cup car, it really seems to really even the playing field out once again.
Yes, it does. As right now, it's only a point of a second, 1.36 seconds that separates Johnson and Kahn right now.
Peyton Johnson right now trying to make up for lost ground time he lost in Talladega, trying to now take down the rattlesnake Robert Kahn in this heated battle. Peyton Johnson, a newcomer to the show, and I will even say right now the way he's racing the rattlesnake is exactly what you need to do to try to take the old snake down. Just keep him behind you, stay focused on your line, and push everything to its limit. being extremely strategic right now, being very manipulating on those turns and making Con have to either drive harder down to the bottom or having to have him go quicker off the exit to try to catch him on the straights. That's easier said than done with this track.
And right now we have Chantel Pottle trying to run down the 20 of Jeff Oaks right now.
The 76 Mike right out. She's actually behind about 3 seconds. Jeff Oaks currently a lap down there on that end.
It looks like Pottle had a little bit of trouble in 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 as well, but she saved it.
Smacked the wall off pretty hard there in turn number 3. She is able to recover it well there, though, as now Jason Henry tries to get some speed back underneath onto the 5. Chantel probably trying to figure out her options here, either try to defend the 10 off or have to run a little bit smoother to get away from him. That's going to be easier said than done, though, because again, they are still hard on the noses and hard on the gas pedals, just trying to take down from one another.
And this field is pretty much split up in multiple grooves right now. Multiple single car fields right now.
Sorry guys, I had to get him out of there while he sneezed there, so there you go. You better now?
Yeah, I don't know how that. I tried to mute it, but it came up too. I tried to mute myself in the booth, but it came up too fast.
That's alright. It's a good thing I know when you're about to go and sneeze, I'll just throw you out of the booth for a minute.
Sounds good to me.
Speaking of moving out of the booth and out of the way, Jason Henry right now getting put out of the way from Dalton McKinney. Dalton again had a lot of problems at one particular track there. What track I'm well aware of because it's my home track, but seems to be now a little bit more under control, a little bit more calm and cool and collected, but he's definitely having a lot of work here to do with on this kind of pace, this kind of strategy. But again, driving at 550 horsepower versus a 750 certainly makes a difference there. As you even see Wyabab making up for his mistakes earlier from turn 2. He's still charging quickly back up as he's in the 16th spot. But Robert Kahn right now has a little bit of company behind him. Originally he was just trying to catch Peyton Johnson. Now Jeffrey Radke, who's still winless so far, looking to try to change that as he goes head to head against the Rattlesnake.
Well, if they're both looking for a win, they're both going to fight for it and try to both run down Peyton Johnson.
But this is the thing, though. The Peyton's liking what he sees, though, Michael. Because these two battle hard with each other. That'll force them to have to run harder against each other and wear out the equipment.
Yeah, it will. Because it's harder to win races on worn-out equipment than it is on newer equipment. If you wear your tires out faster, you'll need a pit sooner than all these other guys. So if you wear your tires out, oh, and there's a yellow flag out on the track.
Dalton McKinney, Jason Henry have wrecked out here off turn number 2, and that's the same corner that's been biting a lot of these drivers all day long. Sarah McKinney was ahead. I've got a pretty good idea of what happened here, but you know, we cannot ever just judge and discriminate. We got to go ahead and take a look at it here. Well, let's see. Yep, McKinney, there it is right there, getting into the wall, coming out 2. That will be an EOLL on the number 46 there. As the number 10, just a unfortunate victim in the wake of the Lady in Black, or the track they named Too Tough to Tame.
Now, if I was Peyton Johnson right now, I'd kind of be a little nervous because I have Khan and Racki right up on me again. I have Khan to my outside and I have Racki right behind me.
So that was the lap number 52 scruffle there, unfortunately. So a tough break there for Dalton McKinney. Obviously not what he wants to have to deal with or what he wants to have to kind of face up against. But again, when these kind of races go that route, that kind of way, you know there's only so much you can do.
And sometimes you just have to go along for the ride. Because you can't control what your opponents do out on the track. You can only control what your car does, not what their cars do. So if they spin and they take you out, you're just going along for the ride at that point. As pit lane getting very busy.
Well, I mean, everybody needs to get a lap bit of fuel and a lap bit of tires in there. That you can't Peyton Johnson quickly out. William Ridgway trying to hurry out of there. But he's going to be passed up here by Jeffrey Radke. And Khan trying to get ahead there. Warren's rolling off, gets it just in time. Khan having to back out of there. Robert Warren's just barely not taking him out for the line there. Looks like McKinney might be getting some fuel in there, and yep, he's going to get it out of pit road. Race fans, when we come back. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, this is going to be a fun restart, with it being Johnson, Khan, Radke, Warrens, and Stahl all dying for a win, and Stahl wanting to get a second win on the season.
Certainly will.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, certainly will indeed, but we'll be right back after this quick commercial message. You need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles. There's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
We are the place where the toughest drivers will come to race from far and wide. But just who are we? We are the Pit Stall Racing Series.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now double file them up once again. Field of drivers here in the FEG Custom PCE 80 looking to close out this race here and close out the gaps here. We are down to our final 23 laps here, and so far, in fact, we've only had 3 overall cautions, 1 for opposition caution. I honestly gotta say, it's been pretty good here for what it's worth here in Darlington. I was expecting a lot more mayhem, but for the record, these drivers keeping their cool for now. But that can easily change, and then all of a sudden it could be a lot of issues that these drivers are going to have to work out later.
And yes, it can, as it is. As it looks right now. 2 Chevys and 2 Fords make up your first 2 rows. That it is. Peyton Johnson, Radke, Warren, and Robert Kahn, and Corey Saul, your top 5. As the Silverado pace truck pulls out in the pit lane, Johnson brings them to the Sim Panel 80 restart zone.
By the way, I think you might have mistaken Radke for a Ford. He's actually a Toyota camp there, my friend.
I was talking about Kahn, who's in the Ford.
Well, you said 2 Fords and 2 Chevys.
I meant 2 Chevys and a Toyota.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. All right. Anyway, rolling down through right now. Oh, this could get interesting. Drivers trying to escape that one around there, coming off turn number 4. Well, that's not going to be avoidable, though. Watch out. Travels right off their spot. They stay green. Caution's out, though. Caution is out. I think that's a 98 of Sean Burke there, or Sean Long, that got the nasty little clip up there, and it looked like Mike Rideout just kind of clambered right in there. The caution is back out here to get that resolved. That was a nasty little hit there coming off. I don't know who started what. We just got to look at the replay. Whoa, looks like that might have been the 45 actually that caught Long. And then there you see Long trying to reset it. Not a good spot to do it at.
What I like to do is when I'm getting loose and I'm about to spin, I'll let off the gas and I'll try to get below the apron to try to correct it. That way I don't interfere with the racing.
Well, Prince went low, and then he went back up, and then I think he might have got a little too low here. Yeah, that's the drift up. There it is. So that is on the 45. He did clip the number 98 that then started that mess, so.
Well, that's a rivalry waiting to happen.
Depends how you look at it.
We have Payne Johnson back in pit lane. Probably gonna go top up on fuel and get back out there.
So currently waiting for the drivers to get in and out of pit road. Race fans will take another look at the number 98 there of Sean Long when he got into that mess here. Here's his onboard camera here, folks, when he was trying to save the car from pretty much, that's the way to put it, it's complete disaster. Please look at the replay here. Yeah, the car was never settled at all. The car never settled down. He pretty much was just in a bad spot. And the number 45 there, unfortunately, Michael Prince just catching him completely off guard there.
Well, race fans, this race is still getting interesting, and a lot more can happen.
Technical difficulties here, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay. Hold on. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, producers, get that thing back up here. And, Michael, we got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. We just had to make sure we were fixed up on our end there. I had some audio technical difficulties there, apparently, so I had to fix that up real quick before it got too ugly.
I've had that happen before when I do my Friday night lights broadcasting. That's happened to us a few times to our guys, to our voices. We've had to fix it real fast while in the middle of while on the air many times, and it's not fun. But anyway, the field's back 2x2. Lights off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. As it is, Racky, Kahn, Robert Warrens, Bobby Anderson, Ridgway, and Stahl. The top 6. One Toyota, one Ford in the front row. It's gonna be interesting. But Racky can race I know Racky and Kahn like to race each other hard, so this is gonna be a fun restart here. As we are in 3 and 4, fans are back up on their feet. Silverado Patriots down back to pit lane. As the flagman has the green flag in his hand, and we are back underway for the Sim Panel 80. And we have Kahn taking an early lead in 1 and 2 from Racky.
Kahn definitely trying to make a move on there quick and try to get it speeded up a bit. Bobby Anderson, William Ridgway all trying to hum down in that pace there. Peyton Johnson probably been in the background just kind of trying to simmer down, trying to get something figured out after what these guys are probably thinking to do at the moment. Tasting in control. There's not a whole lot of area for mistakes now. These drivers know it.
We still got a good battle between Con and Racky. These guys won't leave each other alone. These two came here to race. And there's a little bit of trouble off 3 and 4, but everything seems okay. Just a little bump on the wall again.
Or maybe not. Travis Ridgway tied off, spun out there from turn number 3 and 4. Not sure if it was a clip in the back, but he stays it right out there. And Thomas now falling back to the pack even further. The lady in black just does not seem to care about anybody today, let alone the driver's sake. And Robert Warren's now, big jump on the fight. He's trying to take down Racky. Racky probably just getting extremely annoyed at this point that he's having to go through what he's dealing with. But the caution comes out too little too late there. Corey stalled, a few others wrecking now. Watch out down there, drivers.
And I think I saw what happened
Go!
too, as it was happening. I saw
Lord.
Pato bump the wall off 4, and I just saw her shoot down off the track from there. Before our camera switched over to turns 1 and 2.
Well, either way, let's take a look at that replay real quick and see what the heck happened here. A nasty collision there, unfortunately. Yep, right there in the wall goes the 5, and everything else just kind of happening dead set in there. I'm not sure what the heck happened to the 28, though. That one's up for debate. Let's take a look at that one. That was kind of a weird little spot there, too. I'm not sure if Oaks just caught the 28 off guard or what happened there. Oh yeah, so 5 did get the 28 as well. So, yeah, okay, so it's all on the, yeah, Chantel Pottle, unfortunately. I think she's going to be taking that EOL, sadly. That was a nasty little hit there. She tried to hold her line. Again, she's trying to race hard for her position. She's in a good position right now for 6. And only now just kind of finds herself in a bad spot. Angled up and then slammed down. Take one more look at it here. You can see just how quick, too, that 33 drove right up in there. You see the gap there. 5 trying to hold the line, trying to stay off them, then stays in the wall, and then everything else going completely sporadic from there.
From what I saw happen was when we had the one car involved going low, after Chantel Pottle caught the third car, it kind of completely started a domino effect of cars trying to avoid the wreck and getting involved. Tough break for her and all them involved.
Well, the track's so tight, though, you have to pretty much kind of watch every angle, every little position. It just can be that much more difficult to even stay out of the way of someone else or even out of the troublesome spots. And that was a good example of why that is here.
Yes, it is. That just proves anything can happen in racing. So race fans, it'll be, at the moment, Con, Racky, Warrens, Ridgway, and Bobby Anderson for your top 5. Now let's see if this restart is going to fare different with Racky on the outside and Con on the inside. This is going to be an interesting restart.
Yeah, a lot of drivers right now, I gotta believe, are probably just trying to hang on at this point with all the damage and all the troubles they've been facing up against today. I think most of them probably just want to kind of simmer down, focus in on their timing and executions here. Anita Johnson says, hey, it's Wally Babb in the chat here. Anita, thank you so much for tuning in as always here. We always love seeing everyone just come on out here and try to show their love and support to their fellow drivers and everyone out there. It always gotta mean a lot to these guys and gals, man, to just be able to do this here, let alone be having some folks coming on down to root them on as they raced it out today.
Well, who's going to tame the Lady in Black? We'll find out in 10 laps.
I don't think it's a matter of taming the Lady in Black. It's a matter of just surviving the Lady in Black. This place is too tough to tame, they say.
As it is, Con, Racky, Robert Warren, Ridgeway, and Anderson for your top 5. Lights off on the pace truck. And this is gonna, we might want to be paying attention to these two guys up front, because they can be putting up a good battle here up front as the pace truck is back down in pit lane. And race fans, let's push the pedal to the metal yet again as the Sim Panel 80 is back underway. And what a launch by Wacky. Looks like Con's baby front his tire as he falls down 2 spots.
Can't let starts like that cost you time here, and opportunities are not going to be very much more than that. You got to make your moves and make them quick. Running them back down through. Driver's just trying to stay out that turn 2 wall from the start, and that's a pretty good little corner out, but unfortunately it looks like Dennis Warren's found himself in the long shot of it. Ridgeway right now trying to get there to Racky. Racky looking to finally get a win here, and this could be his chance. He just needs to stay focused on his line and watch those corners. Dalton McKinney now with a big move off here. He got it right ahead of Wally Babb with Matthew Hoffer and Sean Long. They're trapped in there with Mike Wright out as Babb gets further back in. Looking to try to stay off that corner of, and now Sean Berkey avoiding everything that came with it. 3 wide from turn number 3. Clear them down. Can they stay off each other? They do, but just barely there. Oh, maybe not. Burke, hang on, buddy. Oh, my.
And with the laps running down here, we have Racky trying to hold on to his 3.5 second, 3.32 second lead on Ridgeway, and a 0.38 second lead on Con.
Oh, trouble on the back straightaway. We got drivers upside down. That's Hoffert upside down in the 84, and a whole bunch of them wrecked out in the field. Oh my goodness.
You did kind of cut out again on calling that caution again.
Well, caution came out with a flying vengeance there. That's what I'll tell you. Let's take a look at the replay. Came off and, well, yep. Bottle unfortunately catches the wall again, and then everything else just happening right in front of her. Nothing she could do about that, but everything else there, good lord. Oh my goodness. Let's see once more. Take a look at the wall incident. Let's see if the 45 had any help here. Yeah, it smacked the wall and then got right into the 84 and then the 45, and oh man, poor Hoffert. Upside down. Warren's just right in front of the 5-2, and then Pottle just, ouch, destroys the entire front and the rear end of that machine, and that was all she wrote. Man, some of these hits are getting brutal here, Michael.
Yeah, they are. But that's another thing that can happen here at the Lady in Black. Oh, race fans. We might be going to overtime here. The next caution takes us to overtime.
It's 3 green, white checkered attempts here they get. So that will give them inevitably a chance here at survival. So caution coming out on lap number 73 for the 5, Chantel Pottle. Slapping in the wall, and everyone else trying to avoid her. Nothing they can do about that, though.
Oh, this is going to be a fun restart yet again. As this time, Racky and Con will be lined up right behind each other. So let's see if Con holds off Racky. So let's see what Racky does here to Con on this restart. And it's going to be Racky, Ridgway, Kahn, Robert Warnes, and Peyton Johnson for your top 5.
I don't even know what any of these drivers are going to be able to do at this point, let alone try to survive. Hoffert going to finally get out of pit road. It's like flipping upside down. He'll have 1 inch to repair he had left over, so he's going to use that chance to his opportunity. But yeah, right now, they get 1 more caution. They're going to a restart now. This is what you don't want as a driver, is to have to be put into is literally a must drive off situation where you got to put everything on the line and then everything into the corners just to make it past one another. I think it's really could be a troublesome spot these drivers do not want to find themselves in here.
Yeah, could be. It's like still on the pace car, on the Chevy Silverado pace truck.
They're waiting on Schuessler and Warnes to get back up there. Hoffert trying to also.
No, they are not. As the lights are off on the pace truck, we are ready to go green. So iRacing officials aren't gonna wait.
Well, they got 3 laps to go this time by. So Racky, Ridgway, Warnes, Kahn, Johnson, and Littrell, top 3 rows. And that outside line, honestly, off the start here, could be the difference maker, in my opinion, Michael. I think, honestly, with the way they have this caution setup system, when you have to run right at the green goes, then you have to make that move quick. Because, again, you can't go until that green flag pops out. So that bottom lane's hoping that outside makes one little hiccup and gives them a chance to send it in. But the outside line, in my opinion, has the advantage in this restart.
They seem to normally always do at tracks like this because of how it plays out. But it's going to be interesting, I think, with it being Racky and Kahn lined up right behind each other on this restart.
For the final time, this is your FEG Custom PC restart zone. Line them back to the regulation. Green flag up. Let's see who hangs on to the end. Little trouble at the gate. The Ridgway clips the wall right off the start.
Racky takes back the lead. Kahn falls down. Kahn falls to 4th.
Trying to avoid trouble down there. Stall way wide on the bottom. Trying to get out of that mess up. Racky trying to stay with it. He'll have 2 laps left to go if they can get it to there. Ridgway right now trying to keep pace. Trying to keep with it. He won last week. He's trying to win this week. Every driver themselves at this point. Don't matter where you go. Just hoping for the best. Peyton Johnson, though, knows if he doesn't try to make a move here or two, he could lose out some major points. He's trying to get it ahead of Kahn and Robert Warnes, but he just got clipped off again. And now trouble there. That's Mike Rideout is upside down on the back straightaway. Caution is out. We're going to overtime.
All we had to do is go around one more time, too.
That's not always how it works sometimes in racing. It looks like we're going to get ourselves a big one here.
Well, not as big as what we've seen at Talladega earlier in the season. We had like, what, 35 cars at Talladega, if I remember right?
Right around there, I think. Yeah, Mike right out there, unfortunately, because he was right in the way of traffic. Caution had to come out due to it. And I don't blame the iRacing officials for getting it out there, but man, that is a horrible break there for Mike Rideout. Done so well for most of this race, and now all of a sudden just have one little slip up. Just drove way too hard off turn number 2, flipped the wall, and then, well, the car just wasn't going to handle it. That's 2 cars we've seen flip over tonight, though. I think it's the first for Darlington.
I don't think so, because I know these next gens are less prone to flipping than these Gen 6s are. I've only ever seen 2 Gen 6s flip in the last 2 years with the Gen 7s. The way these Gen 7s are built, they're built to take a beating now.
Yeah, they're built to take a beating, but that also means you're taking a beating inside of that car every time you go out there and race, from what I've been always told, and what I've seen myself. Right now, probably just seeing if he can get any of the damage cleaned up on that 76. At this point, his race is kind of all over with here. He's just hoping for the best.
Hoping for the best. Hoping to see the checkered flag on all these drivers. This is gonna be a fun restart yet again.
Surely will indeed. Looks like right out. It looks like the damage may be too severe there. Yeah, I think he is done here, folks. So that will pretty much cost him the rest of his race here. Yeah, they're going to double file him up. So right out, go to the V, pretty much in pit row the rest of this race. He's pretty much done it out. The field looking to give it one last go, one last drive off.
And this is going to be a fun one, race fans, as the lights are off on our pace truck tonight.
Radke has one last golden opportunity here to hang on. He'll have 3 attempts to get this in. Or at least the drivers will. The 3 trying to stabilize up for this one, looking to roll him off for turn number 4. It's going to be one wacky little ride for every driver that isn't trying to stay under control. Let's see if they can do it for just a set of green, white checkered attempts. Here we go. Oh, William left nothing on the table for Radke, and Radke side by side, bashing and beating and banging off the corners, just trying to hang on. He almost clips the 39 as Khan jumps it ahead. His song wrecks it off turn 1 and 2, though. We've got a caution, another one out.
Another caution will get him lined back up, ready to go again.
Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. No good there, unfortunately. And now we go to our second of 3 attempts here. Let's take a look at the 28th, though, what happened here.
I was trying to think with how hard these guys up front were battling that Khan was going to sneak his way through in 3 and 4 and take the lead, take his lead back.
This one might be a little hard to kind of figure out, though, honestly, because the way this one kind of ramped up here. His song got into with a 0-3. Henry went low, got loose. He's out of the way here, though. Prince kind of slowed down, and then Burke kind of clipped the 28 there.
Well, good thing we got this attempt in, one more after that.
Yeah, but they're trying to also figure out like where exactly they're gonna put the kind of ends on this one here. Make sure we got a good idea of who's who.
As on this restart, it's going to be Ridgway, Racky, Khan, and Robert Warren and Peyton Johnson. Ready to go green yet again. As we're still single file, ready to get the one to go, waiting to get the one to go signal from these iRacing officials. Race fans, lights are going off on the pace car as I am seeing from the booth right now. Robert Hissong decided to take his car to the garage, to his truck, to the hall, and decided just a little early as he had too much damage to continue tonight. As it's Ridgway, Racky, Kahn, Robert Warrington, Payne Johnson, your top 5. Down the backstretch, ready to go back green. And race fans, get back up on your feet. We are ready. Try this. We are ready to try it again. As we are headed back to the Sim Panel 80 restart zone, and we are back underway at these pedals, going back to the metal for the Sim Panel 80. And right away, Racky gets a good launch. We have William Ridgway trying to fight him off. We have Robert Kahn in the mix again now too, trying to battle for third. Robert Warren's holding off Robert Kahn for third. We have Racky right now starting to pull away a little bit, just a little bit from William Ridgway right now. As we have the white flag in the air at Darlington. One more time around at Darlington.
Presented by FEGCustomPC.com. Here is your white flag lap. Racky making up for the lost ground. William Ridgway caught him on earlier. Now just trying to finish this one on the highest of notes. Rolls it down through to number 2. Knows where he's at, knows what he's up to. Everyone doing a big wreck there. Oh, there's a big wreck back there. Massive pile up. Everyone trying to get out of that one. But in this case, it doesn't matter for the number 3, Jeffrey Racky. Scores one for the boys in his camp. He gets the win in Darlington.
And Racky tames the lady in black. And at the track, too tough to tame. He tames it.
Good grief, that was a hard one for these drivers, but they managed to make it out at least somewhat unscathed. A nasty little wreck there at the end, but thankfully most drivers came out okay in this one here. But your FEGCustomPC.com 80 race winner is going to be Jeffrey Racky, and now he adds his name to the tally list of drivers who have won on this track here in the season. Not a single back-to-back winner yet this season.
Here's our first of the season, Jeff Racky.
Former champion of this series. Looking to try to get back to the top of the mountain. There's only one way to do it. That's to get wins. And he's well aware of that. Let's take a look at our results now, presented by our friends at SimPanel. Jeffrey Racky taking a victory here. William Ridgway going to go second. Robert Warren's third. Robert Kahn fourth. Peyton Johnson fifth. Bobby Anderson sixth. Chris Ritchell seventh. Eighth to Justin Reynolds. Ninth to Wally Babb. And Jeff Oakes top 10 for the defending champion in his corner. A whole lot of racing there, action that popped up on our show here, folks. Nobody was safe from this one, but in the end, this is how it all plays out, and that's how it all comes to be. When we come back, we will listen to our top 3. Pedal to Metal Racing League Season 11 has been brought to you in part by our friends at the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance for feeling real tracks in the virtual world. The ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By the Pit Stall Racing Series. With exciting action Mondays and Thursday nights, this is the best place to get your thrills at. By SimPanel, making it real. By Threat Level Midnight Media, media that's dynamite is Threat Level Midnight. By Gainz Fitness Inc. By FEGCustomPC.com, the only place to get the best PC specs and design done up your way. Visit us up at FEGCustomPC.com to learn more. By Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz is looking to bring you the best designs in your library. By Redline Motorsports Media, everything we do is driven by you. And by Shriver Twisted Creations. Twisted mind, sweet design. Ladies and gentlemen, now back live here on Pete Race TV. We are listening to our top 3 drivers here. Coming away today in that top 3 position here, the 3rd place man, Robert Warren's here. Robert, yeah, you had a win a couple of weeks ago here, good sir. Now having to face the lady in black, Darlington definitely put you on your toes, on your nails and foot there. What was it like here just to try to survive the track too tough to name, good sir?
Oh, we had some good battles up front, and I was really happy about that, but just like the name, the Lady in Black, I tarred up the car on that wall a few times, and I was a little sluggish at the end, but I was happy to pull away 3rd.
Happy to pull away 3rd, happy to pull off with a solid little end game for you in this case. For everything you deal with and you've been fighting up against here, I mean, what's it been like here just to kind of keep going into the season and all that?
Well, you know, just working together right now with Dennis and William and Peyton and Thomas. We get together in practice, so that keeps it interesting. And, you know, every week's been a really good battle, and we're in a really tight points battle, so that's making it interesting as well. So I'm just going to keep doing my homework and hope luck plays out and I get a couple more wins and just stay out of trouble. I think that's going to be the recipe for success here this season.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, 3rd place today for the team. I got to ask you, good sir, how do you want to thank for this one?
Yeah, shout out to Lightning Wrapz, Redline Motorsports, and Sim Panel. And shout out to the ButtKicker too and PTM for hosting the league and digging the broadcast, Chris. So happy with my 3rd, and sayonara, my good friend, sayonara.
Well, sayonara to you there too, good sir. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish today, man.
Thank you.
Robert Warren's, ladies and gentlemen, going to take it on home for a solid 3rd place there. Coming away today 2nd today, William Ridgway now joining me now. And William, you've had a great showing last week, came 2nd today this week. I mean, man, it seemed like you had everything figured out, but the restart there on that last one wasn't quite as good as the one before. Talk me through this one?
Yeah, so first pit stop, I got caught for, you know, the pace car, passing the pace car coming into the pits. I don't think I was, but apparently I was at the line. So that sent me to the back, and from there it was just I had to get back up there. And that last restart, the outside just has a straighter wheel or line to the line, and you just have more grip up there. So yeah, he just got me on that last restart as I got him, you know, the one previous. So but yeah, it was fun showing. Good time.
Fun showing, a good little run there for you and the team. Obviously, I know early in the season, still plenty more races to go, but man, taking it to a whole level and a whole lot of run down there. I mean, how did it feel to kind of be able to push this gap and make sure you were still quite in the top brackets there for you and your team?
Felt good. I wasn't sure how we were going to be tonight because Darlington's historically one of my weaker tracks. And I did some practicing earlier in the week and kind of figured it out a little bit. And but yeah, Radke, he had turn 3 and 4 figured out, and I did not apparently. So he was much better. But yeah, it felt good. Felt really good.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna walk away today the victor. I must ask you, good sir, who do you want to thank here for this victory today?
Yeah, pay to win setups, Rob and Radke and all them for racing clean, and the league, PTM, and then you do a great job, and then Celeratus Legal. I want to thank them. I have a hard time saying their name, so I didn't last week, but I want to definitely give them a shout out. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, William, congratulations. Bringing it home to 2nd.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
William Ridgway, ladies and gentlemen, going to take it home for a solid 2nd. Today, though, he's not running her up this one here. He started from the back of the outhouse, travels to the White House, ladies and gentlemen. Jeffrey Radke going to go to victory lane here. Goes 21 spots up. Started 22nd. I don't even know how the heck you got up this far here, sir.
Yeah, you know, I figured I would start in the back and kind of let things happen, and then we got that little bit of wiggle on the very first lap, and it single filed everybody out. So I figured that was my chance to start trying to make some track position up.
Made track position up, made a good run out and distance there. I know obviously you had a lot on your plate and a lot on your mind just to even get into that position, but for you and this team, man, it's been a while since you've been able to get to it and really been looking for this one. I mean, how does this one feel for you today?
That's great to get it at Darlington, especially. It's such a difficult track. you need to manage tires and throttle. I was worried there with all those restarts. I was hoping there wasn't going to be any more. Ridgeway was definitely putting up a fight, battling me into one, and I was just hoping I could get clear and finally managed to on that last one, and just knew I could set sail from there.
Well, you set sail indeed to victory lane. Good sir. Who do you want to thank over this trip today?
My wife, as always, she lets me do it every week. You for putting on the broadcasts. They're great to go back and rewatch. All the sponsors of the league, ButtKicker, Redline, to name a few, and Chantel for putting the league on.
For sure there, Jeffrey, man. It's been a time since we've seen you victory lane, but you got back to it. Congratulations to get it done today, buddy.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too. Jeffrey Racky, ladies and gentlemen, brings it to victory lane. Well, that is the FEGCustomPC.com 80, ladies and gentlemen, presented by our friends at the ButtKicker Company, by the Pit Stall Racing Series, by Sim Panel, Threat Level Midnight Media, by FEGCustomPC.com, of course, Celeratus Legal PLC, Gainz Fitness Incorporated, Redline Motorsports Media, Lighting Wrapz, and Shriver Twisted Creations. A big thank you to all of them and then some for their help in showing. To you fans out there, thanks for always coming out. We'll see you next time when the green flag flies on PT Race TV.